Well, I actually chose it because I thought it would be good for the orchestra, and also Carlos Prieto thought it would be good for the orchestra to play some Bruckner because they don't usually play that repertoire. And it's a very special sound that is totally different from any other type of music that an orchestra would play. I mean, it's unique.
Okay.
And this symphony is even unique of the Bruckner symphonies too, because it is so lyrical. And it's so, it depends on a really beautiful sound from an orchestra, which is different from other symphonies and other music in general. How do you feel?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces, I think.
Oh,
Ever
absolutely.
play. So it's
A wonderful piece.
I mean, Bruckner symphonies, the early ones are sort of odd and they're not played very often. The fourth is the most often played one of the early ones. I think it's a little bit easier for the public to listen to. The sections blend into each other a little bit better than some of the other ones, I think. But it's a difficult piece. You said something about it's simple music. It's simple music, and a lot of times simple music is very hard to play because if you have to sustain a sound, and that's all there is, you have to have everybody making the most beautiful sound from the beginning, the middle, and the end of the sound all the time. You can't just, if something's fast usually, it's just fast. And you get it, and you get it. But if something's slow or long, it's very difficult to make it sound good all the way through, really, really pure all the way through.
Well, we're always trying to get the younger generation to come to concerts, and we have all kinds of programs back home that will entice the younger generation. And more young people are coming to classical music concerts, yeah. I think that's true. A large part of our audiences are getting younger and younger. So if they're exposed to it, they like it. So they need to be exposed. So orchestras need to tailor their programs so that young people would be interested in coming. I mean, there's so much music that can appeal to that generation. And it's getting them into the concert hall that counts, because once they go, oh my God, I mean, this is amazing. I've never heard anything like this. I love classical music. I didn't even know I did.
That's right. Yeah, great music is great for a reason. It speaks to a kind of a universal, even people who aren't into classical music will hear a great piece and will get that reaction. And be like, this is incredible, this is something that they want to learn more about. So, and you put a great program together. I mean, this is a really classical music program, and it has something for everybody, and it's easy to follow. It's exciting. It's thrilling. It has everything that I guess a great movie would have, or a great rock concert. I mean, it's a totally different thing, obviously, but it has that sort of draw power for people. Yeah, playing it's a thrill. It's a complete thrill. And when we play the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, for me, it's a dream come true all the time, every time I play. So most of the time, my basic thoughts are, I want to sound the best I possibly can all the time, so that I don't stick out and embarrass myself. And that's just what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm thinking in my head. I have those moments, obviously, where I let the music take me, and I try to have that all the time, because then I do play a lot better. Instead of worrying about playing my best, I just kind of get wrapped up into the whole sea of what's happening around me. And that's a wonderful feeling. And you get a piece that you really love, and you don't play very often, and it's a thrill. Jay was talking about how he came to that rehearsal early, or for tomorrow too, and unfortunately they didn't rehearse it, but he was so excited to be there.
That's right. I said, I'm going to play it.
I've had situations like that too, where we get to a rehearsal and I can't wait to play something. I'm just shaking to play it, and then we don't get to the specific spot or whatever. So, but it's always exciting. It's a thrill. It's really a thrill.
Well, exposing kids at an early age to good music is like, I mean, that lasts a lifetime. You know, a lot of things you learn in school you'll never use, you know, and you don't even remember them. But if you're exposed to music at an early age, oh my God, I mean, that's gonna last a lifetime.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, especially classical music. Today's, I'm not that old, but today's age with screens and quick decision making and all these things that you see, it seems like a fast-paced world, and there's not a lot of room for contemplation and patience and that sort of thing. Not to say that classical music is just something that you should meditate over, but it does bring you down to a point a little bit more maybe in touch with yourself, or a little more thoughtful, because it does take some thought. You can let it wash over you, but it does take a little bit of, obviously, a little bit more of your involvement. So exposing kids to, at a young age, to that kind of music, I think it makes them more alert, I think it makes them smarter, I think it makes them more caring, and all compassionate. I mean, everything. You see that, and you see schools where those programs are being taken out, and it's a shame, because usually sports are the most important thing, which is a very important part of living as well, but music and classical music is also incredibly important.